If you love soft, fluffy and airy donuts and have struggled with getting it right at home, then this video is for you. Plus, it's 100% beginner friendly. No special equipment, with no donut cutter. So let's get it done already. So first, in a bowl, I'll start by adding in my sifted plain flour or all-purpose flour. So for this recipe, I'm using plain flour, salt, and to that I'll add in my sugar, yeast, and powdered milk. Then I'll mix and combine the dry ingredient together properly. Once the dry ingredient is properly mixed and well combined, I'll create a hole in the middle of the dry ingredient and add in my 2 small-sized eggs. I'll add in my water. So the water I'm using for this recipe is not water at room temperature. I am using warm water, and please ensure to taste the temperature of the water so that it does not kill your yeast. And one way to know for certain if your water temperature is right is by dipping your pink finger into the water. If it stays 10 seconds without being burnt, then the temperature of the water is perfect. So once I've added the water, I'll start mixing in our liquid and dry ingredient together. This will come together properly and form a nice soft dough. And once our dough is looking like this, it is ready and perfect. Next, I'll sprinkle flour on my work surface and transfer the dough to my work surface and start kneading. I'll knead this for a few minutes. So after about 3 to 5 minutes, I'll go in now and add in my butter at room temperature, soft butter at room temperature. Now, if you're using a stand mixer for this should take anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes depending on the speed of your stand mixer. But if you're using or kneading by hand like I did, this should take you anywhere between 30 to 35 or 45 minutes depending on how well you knead it or how your strength can carry you. So we'll knead the dough, and then you notice I added the butter twice. So I'll go ahead and add the first part of the butter. I'm using 3 tablespoons of butter for this recipe, and I will not be adding all at once. So I've added the first part. I'll knead a little bit, then go in and add the second part. I'll knead properly. So we knead this till we get that soft, stretchy, very nice dough, but it shouldn't be sticky. If you notice that the dough is sticking to your work surface, you can as well dust flour on your palm or on your work surface or a little bit on your dough and then continue kneading. I'll show you a proof to know that your dough is ready. Now once you have kneaded the dough, our dough is ready. So I'll round this up properly and form that into a nice round shape. Now here is one of the ways you know your dough is properly done if you're kneading by hand. We'll stretch the dough and you see how the dough looks like. It's almost transparent, like you could see through the other side of the dough. So that way you know your dough is ready. So I'll go ahead and take my scraper and divide the dough and start cutting this into as many balls as you want to make. If you have a kitchen scale at home, you could use this to get a more specific and even gram for all of your donuts. So once I'm done cutting them out, I'll start rolling this up. Go ahead and flatten this, press this out a little bit on my work surface and use my hand to start rolling this properly on the work surface. Once I'm done rolling properly, I'll place this on my tray with parchment paper. Another way is the palm method, just like you see me rolling and tightening it up on my hands. Once I'm done tightening and sealing up any openings, I will roll that properly and place that on the tray with parchment paper. If you notice, I sprinkled some flour on the parchment paper, and that is to help the dough not to stick to the parchment paper. After about 5 to 10 minutes of the dough resting, I'll bring them back now and start rolling that one at a time in a bowl with flour. Now coat this properly with the flour. This will help the dough not to stick to the parchment paper during the proofing or rising period, and it will make it very easy for you when you want to fry. So what you do is to roll this properly and coat this with the flour properly, and then use a circle cover or anything you have at home to create the hole in the middle. This method is very easy to replicate and recreate at home, so you don't have to stress out not having a donut cutter at home at all. And once I'm done, I'll place that on the parchment paper. I'll allow the donut to proof in a warm dark place for at least 45 to 1 hour depending on the temperature of your kitchen. And once the donut has proofed dry, in a pan I've added enough vegetable oil, and I'll allow the vegetable oil to heat up, and then we'll start dropping our donut. Do not overcrowd the pan. So once it has fried properly on one side, I will flip to the other side and allow it to cook as well. And once it has cooked or browned my liking or to your preference, we'll take this out and place this in a parchment paper, and then repeat the process by frying the rest of the other batch. Once the other side has cooked properly, we'll flip and allow it to cook as well. And now it's time to take them off. And once we are done frying, hey lovelies, this is what our donut looks like. And now we move to the next step. So the next step is to add some white sugar into a bowl, and we'll start coating the donut inside the white sugar. Now this adds a very delicious taste to your donut. And if you like cinnamon sugar, what you need to do is to add a tablespoon of cinnamon powder into the sugar and mix that properly. Then you have your cinnamon sugar, or you can coat this in powdered milk if that's what you want. Coat this properly, and then we'll take that out. Now let's check out to see how our donuts turned out inside and the fluffiness. So I'll take one and take a bite, and wow, you see how fluffy, soft and pillowy this donut turned out. I can't wait for you to try out this donut recipe at home. I'll be reading through your comments, so ensure to try and let me know what you think about the recipe. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe to my channel. It is absolutely free for more simple and easy beginner friendly recipes like this. Don't forget to check out other simple and amazing beginner friendly recipes here on this channel. Thank you.